Hello. So I just walked in the door from my trip, and I'm feeling a little under the weather. It seems to be par for the course this autumn. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure what I've done to deserve this, but there you go. Um, anyway, I just wanted to very quickly talk about. I've finished Trevor Noah's Born a Crime on the way up. And I just wanted to quickly talk about my thoughts about it. I loved it. It was 4.5. 4.5 cups of tea, if I could have had tea. Well, I was drinking a bit of tea in the car, I guess. But I wasn't sipping tea and enjoying the a good book. I'm really glad that I listened to this book instead of reading it. I have a feeling. I have a feeling the book would be brilliant too, but I think that his voice is really adds to the story. Just hearing, some books are just like that, like hearing someone's accent, and there's he knows apparently like 5 different languages. And there's lots of interactions in the story that he's having with people where there's different languages being spoken, and he speaks the language and then he translates it. So, and clearly, like, if I was reading that, I mean, I don't speak Afrikaans. I speak a bit of a dialect of German, which is somewhat similar to Dutch, but not really. And so anyway, like, stuff like that, when you're reading it, you kind of you skim over it because maybe you sit and you try and parse it out, but mostly, if you're me, you just skim over it and get to the translated part. So it was nice to actually be able to hear that language being spoken, and some parts too he actually even sings, which is just lovely. Again, if you're reading the book, you can't hear the tune in your head, right? You're just reading the lyrics. So yeah, that really added to the experience, I felt. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend listening to it as an audiobook. Yeah, I don't really know. The only reason I didn't really give it 5, well, 2 reasons. One, I'm not sure that I'll ever really listen to it again now that I've listened to it. He has a fascinating story to tell, and it's totally worth a listen. The one thing I see, and I understand why he did it this way. It doesn't go in chronological order. It does go in chronological order, except for the last story, like the last chapter. That one's kind of out of sequence, and I understand why he would do that, because it is kind of the climactic story that kind of ties it all together, and it makes sense that, I guess, from that perspective. It was just weird to me that it wasn't chronological, but whatever. I'm tired and sick, so maybe tomorrow I'll feel differently about that. I don't really know, but that's where I stand on that right now. It was a busy weekend. I'm just shifting gears here. That's because that's really all I have to say about it. It was an excellent book, and I do highly recommend it. And but I'm going to shift gears and just quickly remind myself. I had a really busy weekend, a fun weekend. It was really great, other than the being sick part. But I got to go to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in so long, and I did not realize, like, they have like these big recliners now, and you just like, I can fit 2 of me in these recliners, and yeah, it's like pretty brilliant. So I don't know. If you haven't been to the movies in a while, you should go check it out. Anyway, I got to go see Jojo Rabbit, which is a really good movie. Highly recommend. And then lots of bookish stuff happened. I wasn't really planning for all the bookish things like that to go on all in one weekend, but there you go. Lots of good bookish things happened, but I think I'll talk about more about that in another video because I'm really tired and there was really a lot going on. I hadn't intended to do haul videos. I just intended for this to be like, I've read this book, now I'm going to review it. But I've kind of been thinking, especially after today, or after this weekend, because as the weekend was happening, I was like, I really need to do something about this. Like, the books just come into my house faster than I can cull them, and like half the books I'm culling I haven't even read yet. Like, it's really pretty bad at this point. So, but some exciting things. I have three books that I'm like super excited about. Well, two for sure. Two that are super, super exciting. But I'm going to talk about them in another video. I think I just spent 3 minutes saying I was going to talk about them in another video. Because, yeah, I'm tired and disjointed thoughts and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll do that another day. Right now, I started on the way up, I should mention, Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. It's also really good so far. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. I am reading A Wild Sheep Chase. I'm about halfway through it. And it's also really good. And so yeah, I'll be back with more when I'm done those. I'll probably do the whole book tomorrow, and then yeah, when I'm finished, I'll upload some more videos about that. Until then, happy reading.